What is up, team? Welcome back to the Red Storm Rapid Reaction Podcast. Going live today for St. John's versus UConn. UConn, we know how good they are. They're 15-3, top 10 in the country, top 15 ranked both offense and defense efficiency in the country. So we're seeing a really good team today. Anybody else watching this motocross? I went on a date with a girl to a motocross thing. Let me tell you, it's a great place to go on a date. Can't hear anything, can barely talk. It's perfect. But don't let her talk to the dudes on the bikes after the games, because they're into those guys. Okay, look at those rabid fan base. UConn students look like they're having a good time. Take a look at just some of the team stats. UConn struggled a bit of late over the last 5 games. 3 losses in their last 5 games, still all on the road against good Big East opponents, so this would be their first time losing at home if St. John's is able to sneak away with a victory, which, I don't have money on. We'll see. Jim Spanarkel getting another call. I like Spanarkel. It's too bad I gotta mute it to do this. Dave Sims alongside with him. Pretty good duo in the booth. See if I can get some closed captions. Same starters as before for St. John's. AJ Storr gets his 3rd straight start. Omar and Joel in the front court, and then Dylan and Posh in the back court. Looks like UConn does have Caravan, their freshman power forward. He was questionable to start this game. St. John's wins the tip. Wusu up top, hounded by Jackson. Box set, the same box set we used to start the game against Butler. Look down to the post. Soriano versus Sonogo one-on-one. Sonogo tips it away from Soriano. Fast break going the other way for UConn. Jackson up ahead. Wasn't able to finish at the rim, but did get fouled. Poor first possession by St. John's leads to a turnover by Soriano and a transition layup attempt by UConn. Jackson is the best athlete on UConn. He's a really, really good athlete. Can get up and down the court. Struggles a bit shooting ball, but does about everything else in the basketball court well. From my neck of the woods, upstate New York kid. Jackson misses both free throws. Stanley fights for the rebound, pulls it away. 0-0, 19:30 left in the first half. Posh uses Stanley screen up top, swings it back to Stanley, looking to go high-low, can't find Soriano. Now it's Storr, driving middle. One dribble from the paint, finishes with a nice scoop, tough layup. Driving right, AJ Storr gets himself in the paint and finishes with a tough layup in traffic, 2-0 St. John's. Good take by Storr early. Really good take by Storr early. Caravan gets a decent look, hand in his face, misses it, fight for the rebound. Soriano comes up with it. St. John's ball. Storr pushing it right wing, gives it up ahead to Stanley. Finds Soriano trailing, 15-foot jumper, misses it long. Rebound UConn. Not a great look. Soriano has been better hitting shots 15 feet in and out lately, but still off one pass on a semi-break. Not the best shot we can get. UConn takes a contested 3. This one goes in. I think that was Hawkins hit one. 3-2. UConn up. Posh up top. Swings it over to Storr. Storr with it by himself. Passes it to Wusu opposite wing. Wusu will take a 3. Misses that one short right. UConn gathers. They'll push the other way. St. John's up top. Another UConn 3. Put my head down for 1 second. Storr had a good drive left. Just came up a little bit too much on the layup attempt. Going the other way, UConn's ball up 6-2. That one, the previous three that UConn hit, ball screen up top, Posh went underneath it, and UConn made him pay. Another ball screen up top. Again, they get a decent look off it, goes long, fight for the rebound. Stanley comes up with it. Good job by Storr, sticking his hand in there and help on the boards. Storr again gets to the rim, finishes for 2 points. 6-4, UConn leads. AJ Storr's got 4 early points. UConn weave up top. Hawkins drives right, finishes with a ferocious dunk. Wow. It's tough watch with no noise, but that made a lot of noise. Hawkins drove right, one dribble into the paint off a ball screen, finishes hard. Soriano makes a pass over the top to Wusu, cut to the basket off Wusu's fingertip out of bounds. I don't think it was a terrible pass. I'm not sure what Wusu was going to do with it. He caught it. 8-4, UConn, 16:50 left in the first half. Their basketball. So now go underneath, fights for it, can't get it, comes up short. Soriano gets the rebound. St. John's pushes. Wusu now finds the trailing Soriano, swings it over to Storr, get him a ball screen. Storr finds Soriano on the roll. Caravan fights to get a deflection and fouls him in the process. Will be St. John's ball taken out on the wing. I don't know why my chats aren't working. I can see him on YouTube. I can't see him here. Guys, feel free to send your thoughts in the chat. If you want to get on the broadcast itself, come on in. Let me know. I'll send you the link. We can talk one-on-one. We'll do some of those at halftime. Posh drives right, gets fouled, going to the rim. We'll shoot 2 free throws. 8-4, UConn leads. 16-11 left in the first half. St. John's will shoot 2 free throws. Posh makes the first one, 8-5. Posh at the line for his second free throw now. Makes them both 8-6. UConn up 2, 16 minutes left in the first half. Wusu guarding up top. Where's Hawkins? Finds Jackson. Now it's Newton with it. Finds Hawkins back top of the key. Jackson hands it back to Hawkins, left wing. Now Jackson up top. We'll use a Sunogo screen. Wusu fights through it. Storr, good contest on the 3. They call a foul. Believe UConn will be shooting 3 free throws. I thought it looked like a decent contest. Perhaps it was too good of a contest by Storr, and he fouled him in the process. We'll see what the replay shows. Guys, thanks again for tuning in. Leave your comments in the chat. See if I can get those to pop up at some point. I'm not sure what the deal is here. StreamYard, you're letting me down after a great first attempt. Ryan, big fan, says today's birthday. Happy birthday, Ryan. Let's hope St. John's can get a victory for you. So far on the defensive end, UConn has had a couple open looks that made us pay. On that one, we looked like we were doing a much better job of trying to contest, but unfortunately, Storr fouled them in the process. They'll go to the line shooting 3 free throws. When we come back, they're up 8-6. 8-6, UConn up top. You're welcome, Ryan. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you have a good birthday. Did you go out last night? Did you do anything cool? Last night was fun, Rhino says. That's good. That's awesome, Rhino. I hope you enjoy it. You get I get at least I get a nice long weekend this weekend. I got tomorrow off from work. Hopefully you got tomorrow off as well. You can enjoy it. Look at some of UConn's stats. Hawkins, who hit two threes early, 38% 3-point shooter on the year, 39 actually if you round up. They have a handful of guys who shoot it well from the perimeter. Sonogo not excluded there. He's been shooting over 40% from three in Big East play, and he does a good job of trailing behind to get threes. I've seen a handful of those, especially in second halves. He looks to pick his spots. A fantastic player, Sonogo. Everybody knows that. Caravan was their freshman forward who I said was questionable to play. He's in the lineup. It looks healthy enough to give it a go. And then off the bench, their freshman Donovan Clegane, huge dude. 14 minutes of play, he's averaging close to 10 points and 6 rebounds. That's just unbelievable production. I got up on that screen a big man watch between Sonogo and Soriano. I mean, Sonogo, I do think is one of the best players in the country, let alone the Big East. He doesn't have the rebounding numbers that Soriano has, but he's not getting those minutes, and he doesn't have to fight by himself as much as Soriano does. Taking nothing away from Soriano, he has proven to be one of the best rebounders in the country, and he's putting up some stats that St. John's wouldn't expect to see from a player. 16 points, 12 rebounds is unheard of. And it's awesome to see, and he's continued it in Big East play, which was something I wasn't sure he'd be able to do. Cole asked, I take UConn money line. Switch it up today, Cole. Switch it up today. I'm all on the Johnnies. I took the spread and I put a small little sliver on the Johnny's money line. We'll see. I win 6 straight games, going the opposite direction. We're giving this a shot. We're giving this a shot. I had a really good day yesterday on college basketball. UConn hits their first free throw. It's their second. They'll get one more. Ryan says Soriano was the top king player in the world. Well, he's he's the top big guy St. John's has had in 30 years or so. So we'll take it. Can we clone him and keep him around for longer? I hope so. Posh will get it against pressure. UConn hit all 3 free throws. 11-6 UConn. David Jones enters. Curbelo enters. Wusu and who was it? Stanley go to the bench. Posh turned it over against their pressure up top. They were in a 1-2-2 extended pressure. Posh tried to get to the center of the court. On a bounce pass, got taken away. Curbelo made a nice defensive effort getting back into play and knocking it loose. But it'll be UConn's basketball up 11-6, 15 minutes and 29 seconds left in the first half. Who do we like in the NFL games today? Give me some locks. Give me some locks. If you're a Chargers fan, I feel for you. God damn, that was disgusting. Curbelo guarding the ball up top, putting on a lot of pressure. 15-footer by UConn, too much space there. Jones got lost on the baseline. Caravan popped up to about 16 feet right at the elbow. Buries a jumper. 13-6 UConn. St. John's in a little bit of trouble here. Got to make sure this doesn't get out of reach. They're in the zone now. UConn, great bounce pass by Curbelo. Finds Soriano underneath. He fumbles the pass, was able to recover and puts it up in and good. Great find by Curbelo. Bounce pass against the zone. Got all the way to the rim, and Jones was able to get it, finish it. 13-8. UConn with the basketball now. Pinzone set the check in at the next dead ball. See how Storr does tagging the screen against Jackson. Good. Fights underneath it. Good. Soriano now guarding Sonogo one-on-one on the post. Let's see what he does here. Sonogo turns faces, now backs him down. Oh, it's a travel. Ooh, good defense by Soriano. Great defense. Forces up a tough hook. Sonogo came up short. Now Curbelo looks to push. Drives. Finds Jones trailing top of the key. He'll take an open three. Misses it. Soriano with the offensive rebound. He's got a mismatch in the post. Good. One drop step, goes up against it, misses it, gets his own rebound, goes up again, gets fouled. Soriano fighting early. See who that foul was called on. I thought I got hit once or twice before they even blew the whistle. And I don't have the sound on, so I'm just guessing. I heard a whistle. Great bounce pass by Curbelo. Man, he has some of the best passing ability I've seen and some of the scariest, in a bad way, passing ability. I mean, we've seen him try that pass and end up 3 feet out of bounds. We've seen him try that pass and look like a miraculous find. Soriano misses the first shot, the free throw line. He'll get a second one. How about the Jags game? Cole says, yeah, that was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I couldn't imagine being a Chargers fan right now. Well, I can. I mean, St. John's fans know what misery is all about. Soriano misses both free throws. UConn's got it now. Pinzone checked in for Store. Potch, Curbelo, Jones, Pinzone, Soriano are in. Clegane's also in for UConn. He gets called for an offensive foul on a legal screen. It'll go the other way. 13-8. UConn's up. 14 minutes left. Haas scrambles the middle of the court, gets stuck, reverses back out to Curbelo. He'll get a ball screen up top from Soriano, looks to turn the corner, tries to finish with his right hand going left, doesn't get it up to the rim. UConn will go the other way. Jackson fumbles. UConn recovers. Hawkins pull up three. Good. Hawkins hit a pull up three, was able to shoot over the St. John's guards. 16-8 UConn. 13 minutes, 30 seconds left. St. John's needs a bucket. Pinzone looked to drive top of the key, fumbles it off his own leg. Could have been a foul, wasn't called. Turns it over. UConn gets it going the other way. Good defense by Curbelo. Forces up a tough shot attempt. Actually, I don't even know if he could call it a shot at that point. Forces almost a turnover by UConn going the other way. Pinzone just got out muscled there by Jackson. You know, you see that called a foul plenty of times, but still going the other way. They didn't call it on us. St. John's has it now 16-8. Posh up top will get drag screen from Jones and Soriano. They go hit a double stagger for Curbelo, comes across, pull up jumper, makes it. Curbelo used a double stagger screen to get into the paint, 15-foot fadeaway jump shot for two. 16-10 UConn. Jackson up top, drives left on Soriano. Jackson kicks his to the St. John's again fouls a three-point shooter. Curbelo closed out too hard, left his feet, landed on the shooter's lap. An easy call. 3 more foul shots coming up. Cole says, Pat, what do you think about Curbelo coming off the bench? Um, I kind of like the theory of it. Splitting up Posh and Curbelo to start, and it's easier to sub that way. I think it keeps your lineups a little more balanced. He did have success coming off the bench at Illinois, sixth man of the year his freshman year. So I don't know if it's a lot of players. It's a mental thing coming off the bench, and some guys can't handle it. He doesn't seem like a guy who can't handle that. So if it's not something that's going to affect him mentally, I think it could have real positive effects on our team, and it could set more balance between the lineups. But I also do think you want to make sure you have your best lineup to start games for the most part. And most of our best lineups this year have included Curbelo. That's just speaking analytically. That's not opinion based or anything like that. But I think we have played a little bit better these last few games with them coming off the bench. So we'll see how it goes. UConn up 18-10. 12:30 left in the first half. Curbelo up top gets a handoff from Pinzone. NY in for Soriano. Pinzone comes off the handoff, puts it up from three. Tough shot, makes that. Good looking shot from Pinzone. Wasn't the cleanest of looks, but it went in, and he has that capability to get his shot off more so than a lot of the other wings and guards we have. So 18-13, UConn up 5. Pat, what do you like about Omar Stanley this season? Well, you never have to ask Omar to play hard. He gives us a little bit more physical presence when he's playing alongside Soriano, and he's shown the ability to, play high-low between him and Soriano. So when it's Soriano and Jones as the four, he's got no one else underneath to play around with. Jones is much more perimeter-oriented. We have seen a few occasions where Soriano gets the ball top of the key, looks for cutters, and he's able to find players. Like he was able to find as Wusu gets on the floor there for a nice defensive play, gets a turnover. Soriano was able to find Stanley on a couple big-to-big duck-ins. He's able to find Posh on a few of those curl cuts from the top of the key. But I like Omar, and I think he needs more consistent playing time so he can get comfortable. And I think he needs a set drawn up for him every once in a while. He's not a guy who does great in isolation situations where the defense is like, "Oh, well, here it comes. Here comes him with a one-on-one play." But if he looked to set some cross screens, get him the ball in the block where he can just go right up and finish, or some more pick and roll sets where he's the roll man, I think he'd get a lot more comfortable. And he's got some, potential to be more than just a hustle guy. I like Omar a lot. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Redstone Rapid Reaction Podcast live game chat. Let me know if you want to come on the pod during halftime or during one of these long timeouts. You can bring it right on the screen. We can have a conversation, ask each other some questions, share your thoughts on the Johnny seasons. Feel free. Everybody's welcome. All thoughts are welcome. Just got to keep it civil. Who else is Giants fans? Are we dealing with Bills, Jets, or out of staters? What do we got? I mean, I'm a big time G-Man fan. Like our chances today. I think the Minnesota matchup is one you can't really complain about. Should have beat them in the regular season. Get your second chance today. We'll see how our ground and pound style translates into a playoff game. But I'm looking forward to it. Really glad that doesn't start till 4:30, so we have plenty of time to watch this and then get into it. Ryan says Knicks Yankees fan. Perfect combination. Me too. Johnny's Giants, Knicks, Yankees. I do not live and die, thankfully, with any of those other teams. I root for them. I cheer for them. I love it when they win. I go crazy in the playoffs, but they do not affect my day-to-day life anywhere close to what St. John's does. And as that would be, St. John's has had the much less success of all those four teams. When it comes around, it's going to be a great payoff. When it finally does come back around and St. John's gets what they're due, are we going to be glad that we stuck through it? That's what I keep telling myself. And we'll do it with grace. We won't rub it in each other's faces or other people's faces like those damn UConn fans would. We'll act like we've been there before, and we'll just enjoy our time on top, our long-awaited time on top. It's coming. I don't know. Going to the huddle. What's Hurley saying? How's he sound? Is he angry yet? Is he spitting yet? Hurley's done a really good job with UConn, all jokes aside. His temper does get him in some tough spots, but he's recruiting like a motherfucker, and he is you can't question his commitment, focus, and engagement throughout the game. You could definitely question his temperament, but he's in it, and you can see how badly he wants it. And I think there is something to be said about um, fighting tooth and nail alongside your players and being that engaged. I've had coaches that were fiery and rageful. I've had coaches that were laid back, and it's all kind of they can all work. It's the personal relationship they can develop with the players, allow them to trust that style, whether it's laid back or whether it's fiery and in your face. Cole says I'd give a toe for a Johnny's national championship. I'd give a foot, Cole. I think I'd give a whole damn foot. I think you would too. Cabello takes it up against one-man pressure, 18-13 UConn, 11:40 left in the first half. NY gets it up top. Here comes Pinzone off a dribble handoff, now a ball screen, one dribble pull-up, contested shot. He gets fouled on the shot attempt. All right, so a tough look there from Pinzone, but he's forcing the defense to guard him. One dribble pull up into the paint, maybe a foot outside the paint, gets the foul call, and we'll go to the line shooting two. St. John's down 5 early. Pinzone at the line shooting two. Pinzone's already hit 1-3. Store had 4 quick points to start the game. So those two guys again giving us some scoring punch. Pinzone misses his first free throw. Hasn't been a great start from the free throw line for St. John's. Soriano missed both free throws earlier. Pinzone misses his first. He'll get his second one here. Second one long too. Misses both. 2 times St. John's has gone to the free throw line and came up completely empty on 2 free throw attempts. Soriano did it, then Pinzone did it. Now UConn has it. Caravan finds Jackson. They'll look to go high big. Good defense by Enway on the front. Out of bounds, UConn ball underneath. Clegane is huge, huge, and they look to just park him right in the middle of the paint, block to block, big to big duck-ins, and just throw it to him and let him finish. You gotta put so much emphasis and stresses your defense so much to have 5 guys knowing where he's at. It's just hard to deal with. Pull up lefty 3 by UConn, misses it, fight for the rebound underneath, Pinzone comes up with it. Great job by Pinzone and Wusu helping out on the boards. Pinzone has been a much better rebounder this year. Pinzone up top, screen from Curbelo, passes back to Curbelo. He'll use a Jones screen left side. Now he's one-on-one, one dribble fadeaway 3, bad look. Bad shot attempt, bad look. Curbelo forces up a shot. Jackson played good defense, got a hand on it now, leads to UConn getting a decent look. Look at that. Wusu fighting underneath against Clegane, the 7'2" guy. He comes up with the rebound. That's the stuff Wusu brings to the table. Oh, and that's the other stuff he brings to the table. Bad pass gets saved by Jones. Now it's Jones one-on-one against Jackson in the middle of the paint. He gets it out. Get reset. Get focused. Okay. So Wusu up top uses NY screen. He'll throw it over to NY, who gets fouled on the alley-oop attempt. All right. Decent look there. Wusu has got to be tougher with the basketball. Jones did stutter into a cut that he didn't go through with it. That's what happened on that weak pass attempt that almost got him in trouble. We're able to come up with the loose ball. Jones made the right decision on a bad pass to kick it out. Then Wusu used the ball screen, get in the paint on the roll. He threw it up for NY, and they fouled him on the alley-oop attempt. He goes to the line, misses the first free throw. St. John's has not been good from the free throw line. NY will shoot his second attempt from the line. St. John's still down 18-13. NY misses the second one. Jesus. Well, we've got to the free throw line for 8 attempts. I believe we're 2 for 8 as a team. You're down 5 points. So, yeah, there's that, guys. There's that. High ball screen up top. Hawkins with it, isolated. Great defense by St. John's. Ball pressure has been great so far. Good hustle. Pinzone got to get on the floor there. Pinzone, Posh come up with a loose ball. That's a foul on UConn. They look to push, bounce pass ahead. Jones goes up against Clegane, challenges him. NY, as the trailer goes for the offensive rebound, finishes it himself. Good job there. I mean, defensively, we were the aggressive team. Offensive team, we went right to the basket. Jones challenged and missed it. NY did a good job of staying in it and getting an offensive rebound for a putback. 18-15 UConn. St. John's playing good defense up top again. Jones swishes, fight over to the top. Nice defense by NY. Got to get back into play. Caravan up top, isolating Wusu. Forces a tough shot. Wusu gets a rebound. Good defense again. It's a few really good stretches of defense there by St. John's. Wusu up top against, gets in the paint. Nice bounce pass to Jones. Goes up against Clegane. Right hand, can't finish it. It's tough. Tough going one-on-one underneath against that 7-footer. Thought that was a good pass by Wusu. Looks like Clegane and Jones were going after it for a second there. Clegane, oh, man, look at that. All the focus we need. Looks like they're going to review something. Of course. Yeah, Clegane was asking for it to review to look like he threw an elbow right to the head there. I mean, it didn't look like it was as bad as what Jones sold it as, but it's an elbow to the face, and that's got to be called, right? You can't tell for sure if I hit him on that angle, but the retaliation by Jones is 100% going to get him called for one. So that's not good. This is no way it's going to come out with just St. John's getting the better half of this. Either they're both getting teased or it's just going to be Jones because Jones was malicious in the retaliation. Clegane looks to me like he catches contact on the chin. His hand's kind of blocking the view. So, by the letter of the law, that's got to be a flagrant foul. But the retaliation by Jones is going to nullify it at the best, or it's going to just lead to us having one at the worst. Hard to tell. But it's not hard to tell about Jones' retaliation. Pat, to your point on players' mindsets coming off the bench, I feel like Jones has looked significantly worse in a bench role. It's tough for me. Oh, there was a better view there. I couldn't tell. Was he faking or did he get hit? It's tough for me to say that he's been playing worse, Cole. I think his minutes are down and his shot attempts are down. But I will say I have appreciated his the better shot selection from distance he's had over these last 5 games. He's 9 for 18 over these last 5 games. He was 5 for 23 the 5 games prior to that. So, not that you had to bench him to get a point across and say, "Take better looks from 3." But I do think that might have played a role in him being more selective on his shot attempts. But I will agree with you that, him being an offensive threat and him being one of our best scorers is very important to our ability to reach any portion of what our ceiling could be. Whether that's starting or off the bench, we got to be more inclined to get him good looks, and he's got to be more inclined to make sure the looks he's are taking are good looks. Sorry for the long response. I'm not sure if I covered everything there. Love to know what they're talking about here. They're in a tough spot because I think you got to call both flagrant fouls. They're not the same thing. I mean, Jones is intentional, malicious retaliation. Clegane, by the letter of the law, an elbow towards the face. They call it. I mean, we've seen it happen to us plenty of times. They're talking it through. Looks like a tough decision. They're sweating it out. Jones has got to be smarter. I mean, that's just immaturity right there. You didn't get the foul your way, so you go through a cheap shot. All right, they're talking to the scores table now. They made their decision, whatever it is. Let's see. Here's a pretty good view. Does he connect with him? Oh yeah. I mean, that chin gets buried with that elbow. That's a flagrant foul. Jones just said he got me in my mouth, so I hit him back. 18 to 15, 9 minutes left. UConn up 18 to 15. Refs are in the middle of making a tough decision here. Going to the monitor to check some flagrant fouls. Sports recaps, highlights, and live scoreboard says go UConn. Get out of here. And then he says JK. I'm just kidding. You can stick around, boss. He likes Marquette. Marquette. How is Marquette doing right now? They got a tough game themselves. 2 weekends in a row, St. John's is playing at the same time as another really good Big East game. Looks like Hurley's not too pleased with whatever the decision is, so we'll see. 31-29 Marquette. Okay, close game. Okay. Danny's taking the news in stride. What was the call? Can somebody help me out in the chat? What the deal was? Can anybody? So no one got any free throws out of that. They must have been offsetting calls, I guess. That's why you got to really compose yourself there, Jones. There's the second foul on Clegane though. Hawkins drove right by Potts, challenged Stanley at the rim. They call foul at Stanley. Hawkins will go to the line for 2. Good challenge by Stanley. Stanley's not a guy who will get punked. Now it looks like the refs talking to each other's teams. It's getting chippy out there. 2 teams that don't like each other very much, and I like to see it. 7 fouls early on UConn, 5 fouls on St. John's. So some fouls early on. Cole says, think they both got hit with fouls. Only listen to you. The best play-by-play man in the biz. Cole, What am I thinking? Of course, you got the game muted as well. I'm sorry for even asking. I appreciate that shout out. Hawkins makes the first. Hawkins makes the second. Posh brings it up. Looks to attack the paint, brings it back out. Wusu, drive cut, and one finish. Nice cut, nice find. Sure, Wusu's got a huge strength advantage against Caravan. All right, he can't just hang out in the perimeter. He's got to look to use that advantage. He just made a great cut off Posh's ball drive and gets a nice little and one finish. Maybe a ticky tack call there. St. John's got the benefit of it. Who cares? Wusu will go to the line and see if he's a St. John's player who has some success at the free throw line. Yo, Wusu's shot up and in. Okay. 20-18, 8 minutes and 45 seconds left. UConn basketball. Store back in. Oh, nothing. Posh up top, guarding the ball. Hawkins looks to go. Scramble there, and it looks like UConn got the ball back, but now the whistle gets blown. Not sure what they called. Will be St. John's basketball. Maybe it was a shot clock violation. Those are the breaks when you're not listening to it live. I'm not sure what the whistle was, but St. John's ball, 20-18. St. John's ball, 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. You got money on this first game? Posh up top uses Stanley Stream. Slice cut, slice screen, looking for Soriano post up, doesn't give it to him. Cross screen to Wusu, almost gets taken away. Now Wusu up top, behind the back, goes to the paint. He got hacked. Yep, goes to the rim. They'll go to the line for two. Good drive there by Wusu. We see that box set quite a bit. St. John's does a few things out of it. That was more of a cross screen, looking to get Soriano a post touch. We see him do cross, uh, straight baseline to baseline screen and shoot up the elevator for a screen the screener look too. Good take by Wusu. Way to be aggressive. They'll go to the line for two free throws with a chance to tie the game. Wusu's first, up and in, makes it. Wusu at the line for his second shot, looking to tie the game at 20. Dylan a day, Wusu, 6'4", 235. He might be playing on NFL Sundays before we know it. Second one up and in. Gets a nice kind of roll. 20-20. It's all tied up. 8 minutes left. UConn taking it up against Posh's pressure. Finds Caravan on the wing. Looks Sonogo one-on-one against Soriano on the post. Good defense by Soriano. Sonogo was able to pivot left, get him up in the air, and then finish. 22-20. First basket by Sonogo, I believe. Store's got it. He'll take a three off a back screen. Makes it. Nice shot. Store. Hot early. 7 points for Store. 23-22. St. John's has its first lead of the game. Or actually, they were up 2-0. Thank you, Dave Sims. I'm guessing he corrected me. Store and Stanley were guarding a high ball screen. They switched it. UConn took advantage. Newton got to the rim, gets fouled by Stanley. He'll go to the line for two. The chance to take the lead. St. John's up 23-22. 23-22. St. John's. 7:22 left in the half. We'll go to timeout. Cole says, can we make some free throws? Please. Can we make some free throws? Please. I might try refreshing this feed right now and see what happens so I can get these comments to pop up. But I'm worried if I do, I'll end this broadcast completely. I'll have to reset it. But you loyal listeners in there right now, just make sure you refresh your page if I'm not back in so long, and then we'll get it going again. But I want to be able to bring your guys' comments on here, and right now it's not letting me do it. I'm going to give it a shot right now. Johnny's. Hey, we're back with comments now too. Can you see these now? All right. How many future NBA players on their court right now? Craig Page. Well, Craig Page strikes me as some guy who knows ball. I might have to get your opinion on this, Craig. I think Jackson's the future NBA player. He'll find a piece. They're definitely going to give him a shot. I think Hawkins might be an NBA player too. St. John's, I'm not sure if they got an NBA player or not. Soriano is not exactly the prototypical big that NBA teams look for these days. Sanogo's a little bit undersized, but he's got the talent and the works as hard as anybody. Um, Clegane, 7'2". I think there's a spot for a 7'2" offensively talented center. I'm not sure if there is a spot for a 6'9", 6'10" offensive talented center like Sanogo, who still couldn't play on the perimeter, but we'll see. We'll see. Cole says, can we make some free throws? Please, please, can we make some free throws? 23-22, St. John's up against number 6 UConn. 7 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half. If you guys want to come on during halftime, share your thoughts. Go ahead, get started, start listening, start thinking, and bring the heat. Put the test to me at halftime. We'll see what we can do. Mike Anderson in the huddle talking to Store and Wusu. People look more engaged. I tell you, it looks like we got some more. You can see the guys huddling around. Everyone's listening in. They've probably learned a little bit from that all access look, how poor it looked. Good take, Craig says. Good take is right. You sound surprised, Craig. I don't know. What's your thoughts? You think Sanogo can play in the league? I bet you UConn fans are hoping he'll stay another 2 more years. I mean, if he wanted to, he could play, uh, 2 years after this if he used every year of eligibility he has from that COVID year. He's a junior now with 2 years left if he wanted him. UConn's got the money; they could pay him to keep in college, right? Tristan Newton at the line. First one short. Misses it. 23-22, good guys. 7 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first half. Newton will take a second one with a chance to tie it. Five guys on the court right now are Soriano, Usu, Store, Posh, and Curbelo. Store gets the rebound off the free throw miss. 23-22 St. John's. Usu takes it up. Finds Posh on the wing. Posh drives. Finds Curbelo. He'll get a ball screen from Soriano. He'll roll to the basket. Curbelo goes baseline, keeps the dribble alive, finds Store. Store finds Wusu. We got 10 on the shot clock. Good curl cut by Posh. Good find by Wusu. Good pass there by Wusu. Good girl cut. We ran offense there for 25 seconds and we got a good look at the rim. All right. It wasn't the crisp, most effective offense, but we kept moving. We kept looking. We didn't just keep it on one side. Good job by St. John's. 25-22, 3-point lead, 6 minutes, 40 seconds left. Store working hard on defense. He's guarding on the perimeter now. Now it's Sanogo versus Soriano on the post. Big versus big. Double comes. St. John's, good double. All right. So we doubled it. Now back up top. Hawkins takes a contested three deep. Long. Posh gets a rebound. St. John's looks to push the other way. Curbelo sets a screen for Posh. Posh middle of the paint. Bounce past Soriano. One dribble. Finished on the other side of the rim. Great offense there. Secondary transition. Posh makes a play, gets in the paint, finds Soriano. He's able to focus, make a clean catch, one dribble, get to the other side of the rim, and finish with his left hand. Great job. 27-22 St. John's, and they missed 6 straight free throws. Good stretch of basketball there. With NIL, players don't have to run a league. Exactly. I mean, exactly. And you see it this year. Look at guys like Drew Timme, Oscar Shibwe, Baycott. These guys, big guys especially, have really use that opportunity to make good money and stick in college. And I love it. It's great for the college game. True, Cole says, wonder if we see less one and dones. Yeah. I think I think we're already seeing that, especially like I said, those bigs who aren't typically NBA prospects. They'll take advantage. Are you up here? Yeah. 27-22, St. John's up. 6 minutes left in the first half. Pinzone checking back in. I like that lineup. I liked that lineup with Usu and Store on the wing, Curbelo and Posh making things happen, and Soriano underneath. Wonder who Pinzone's going to check in for. UConn passes it in. Ooh, Posh. Posh got hit with an elbow. Didn't sell it well enough. No foul. Store fighting around the screen. Trails Hawkins. Good job. Help was too much. UConn found the right guy underneath. Caravan finishes. Still, intensity was good. Store worked hard to get around the screen. Help came. They found the right guy. Curbelo taking up the court, getting hounded. Forces up a shot at the rim, and they call foul. Okay, good. Still think we want to see us moving the ball there, not just settling in a rush drives at the rim. Curbelo did force the contact there, and now we'll go to the line for 2 free throws with a chance to extend this lead back up to 5 points. Ryan says, "Sorry, I'm back. I didn't miss the thing." Well, Ryan, I was worried about you for a second. I'm glad you're back. But St. John's was playing really well while you're gone, so I might have to ask you to take a step away. All right? Might have to ask you to take a break. If UConn goes on a run here, we know it's your fault, Ryan. I'm kidding. Thank you for coming back, Ryan. Curbelo misses both free throws. Unless they call that a one-on-one and I missed it and it was on the ground. St. John's is 5 for 13 from the free throw line. Mm, man, that could come back and be costly. UConn's got it underneath. Man, you're gonna call that on Curbelo. You saw Hawkins use his offhand to create space and hook him right when you called that foul. Just because he's working hard to stop him from getting it. Now Hawkins will go to the line for 1 and 1. Man, I don't know about that call. Craig says, "Is that an 8-0 run? Johnny's playing UConn tough. UConn usually closes half strong." That's a sign of a good coach and a good team closing half strong. I'm not sure if it was 8-0 run. It's hard. I'm sure they mentioned it on the broadcast, but I got it on mute. Um, he makes both those free throws. 27-26. St. John's up 1. 5 minutes left. Big 5 minutes here. As Craig says, UConn closes well. St. John's has got to finish this half strong. Posh drives. Oh, Wusu drives left. Step back three. Came up short. Not a great look. If that's the shot we're taking, we can get it whenever we want, Wusu. Whenever we want. Kobe King and Pinzone in right now. That duo has one of the best analytic performances of any duo in the Big East when they're on the court. And it's been rare, but when they're in, they've been playing well. Nice recovery by Soriano. Did they call a goaltend? Ooh. We usually close halves poorly. That's a sign of a poorly coached team. Cole, that's the point I was trying to get at without saying it. Thank you for bringing it. Yeah, looked like a good call on the goaltend. UConn takes a 1 point lead, 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. St. John's basketball. Sonogo and Soriano exchanging some pleasantries down in the back court. Posh taking it up against some token pressure. Posh up top will use the Soriano ball screen. Crosses over. Still. Oh, that's the goal. That's the same goaltend. That's the same goaltend that hit the backboard. Goaltend. Fouled at the paint on the shot attempt. It looked like Sonogo. Yeah, they counted the basket. Yeah, after it hit the backboard. Now, if that first guy blocked it, then that nullifies the goaltend. I can't tell if he did or not, but looks like they're counting the basket and they can't review it. So good for us. Haas will go to the line, looking to finish up his and one with a free throw. He makes it. 30-28 St. John's, 4:40 left. Commenting is a tired thing to do to call the games. Yeah, man, and this is tough, Ryan. This ain't easy. I need a co-host sometimes. 30-28, St. John's. UConn inbounds it. Handoff to Newton, or not Newton. It's Diarra. He drives right, finishes, doesn't finish it. Fight underneath for the rebound. Zone fouls Sonogo. Sonogo will go to the line for 1-on-1. 30-28, good guys. Sonogo heads to the line for 1-on-1. 4 minutes and 28 seconds left in the half. 6'9", 245 pounds, junior, makes the first, 30-29. Sonogo will take his second free throw here. Makes it. 30-30, all tied up. Pressure from UConn. Storrs got it. He'll take it up against pressure. See how he does. Get to the Posh. Too much, not enough space. Okay, now Posh has it. Screen up top from Soriano. Refuses it. Finds Soriano. Free throw line jumper. Can't connect. Rebound Sonogo. UConn gets it. Not a terrible shot attempt, but again, guys, we have a few passes. We work the ball side from side. We get good looks. Carabin gets a wide open three in the corner off some breakdown pressure wise. Too good of a look there. Pinzone's got it top of the key. He'll use a Soriano screen. Get the ball moving. Get the ball moving. Good. He'll find, what would they call? A reach-in foul on UConn? St. John. If it was, St. John's will go into the rim. Oh, looks like UConn. A couple UConn guys talking crap to Posh. Posh handles it well. Gets out of there. That can't happen. You got to get back and know where those shooters are. Carabin has been nothing but a three-point shooter for this season, and that's a wide open look from a good shooter in the corner. Can't give that up. Jersey Mike's. What do we think about Jersey Mike's? Let's take a look at the box score. I can't pull it up for you guys right now, but I can tell you what I see. Hopefully ESPN's on their shit today. They haven't been in the past. 33-30, UConn's up. Storrs got 7. Posh has 7. Wusu has 5. Soriano's got 4 points, 4 rebounds. Stanley's got 2 fouls. Curbello's got 2 fouls. For UConn, Jackson's got 2 fouls. Clegane has 2 fouls. Calcaterra has 2 fouls. So a few guys with them have foul issues. 3-point defense has been our Achilles heel for the entirety of my SJU fandom. And how many years during that time, Cole, have we been a not even good, but a capable 3-point shooting team? 1/3 of the time? I mean, there's been a few years. The Mullen years, we were a pretty good shooting team. We shot it well the the year Lavin's first year with Norm's players, we shot it well from 3, but we were more so taking good looks from 3 and picking our spots. But we've definitely never been a, "Wow, you can't leave this team open" kind of team. And we have been, like you said, the team who oftentimes is giving up too many open looks from 3 and taking advantage of the way basketball has been played these last 5, 10 years. Cole, how long have you been cheering for St. John? Let's hear your origin story. Save it for halftime. You know what? Save it for halftime. Play about to resume. Come on. 33-30, 3 minutes and 49 seconds left. No, I thought when play ended, we were going to the line. I'm not positive that is the case. Looked like UConn was complaining about a foul that was called. Technical foul on Hassan Diarra. Okay, we'll take that. Not quite sure what happened. That was the guy that Posh was talking to in the huddle, so maybe they called technical on Hassan. He's a New York City kid. Maybe they go back a little bit. If it was a technical foul, how come we're not shooting a technical free throw? Was it a double tech? Did they call a double technical foul or not? Why aren't we shooting a technical free throw if it was a technical foul on them? Pinzone makes both his free throws. It wasn't a technical free throw. It was from a reach in. 33. Oh, Posh did get called for technical foul. We just twice now we kill ourselves on you know reacting to what they do. Gotta be smarter than that. 33-32. Oh, Pinzone just got backdoored so badly, and we get lucky. Wow, Pinzone does get lost in help defense. 33-32, UConn basketball. They'll inbound at 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Get a win on my birthday. Let's go, guys. Come on, St. John's. Do it for Ryan. The guy's 24 years old. He's a huge fan, and it's his birthday. So no go dribble handoff. Hawkins drives right. Tough shot. Store with a rebound. Great rebound by Store. He'll push. No contact there. No foul. Oh, man. Look, Store was out of control. They're going to call offensive foul there, but UConn player did not set his feet and take that as a charge. Was he out of control? Yes. Was the defensive player? I mean, you rarely see a charge call unless the guy has his feet set and he falls down when he takes it. He got hit in the chest, stumbled back, then tripped and fell. Was Store out of control? Yes, he was. But great job by him rebounding. I don't hate the play. All right. He's played well this first half. Good D by Curbelo. He's got 2 fouls. Got to be careful. Soriano in the paint against Sonogo right now. Soriano defending Sonogo. Sonogo backs down. Look at all the space he's got. No one on his strong side. Gives him plenty of space to operate. They call it travel. Nice defense. They clear at the whole side, so there's no help defender that can duck down, and he can just take his time. That time he took one too many steps. 33-32. UConn up. St. John's has it. 3 minutes left in the first half. Wusu finds Pinzone. Pinzone faces. A look to attack. One dribble pull up from 17 feet. Again, we can get that shot anytime. There's one pass possession. Sonogo will take it up himself. Dribbles right into the post. Him versus Soriano. Here comes the double. Finds the cutter. Good help defense. Get on the floor. Good job. Wusu comes away with it. Wusu passes to Curbelo. Will look to push a little bit here. Curbelo will get the ball screen. No, hands off to Wusu. Wusu swings it back to Curbelo. Curbelo uses Soriano's ball screen. Top of the key against Sonogo. Drives right. Gets a shot blocked. Curbelo's had 3 or 4 drives that didn't even come close to hitting the rim, whether they were deflected or bad shots. Pinzone gets blown by. UConn gets to the rim. 35-32. Pinzone takes a quick ill-advised shot, then gets beat off the dribble. He's playing well, but it's those small things that really add up to the other team having good spurts when he's out there. Posh looks to drive, gets himself in trouble. Deflected out of bounds by UConn. St. John's ball underneath. 16 seconds left in the shot clock. Great board by Store, followed by a terribly out of control coast to coast drive. Yes, it was a great rebound, and he was out of control. Didn't really love the call on the charge though. No call would have been suitable. Still, he's doing a much better job fighting for the class, fighting on the class. Nice pass by Curbelo. Looked like a double dribble maybe. Posh gets his own offensive rebound, dribbles out. Pick 6 for UConn going the other way. UConn missed the dunk. Diarra was out in front. Same guy who got called for technical foul made a great defensive play and just came up short on the dunk. UConn will get the ball underneath off a fight for the rebound. Looks like me up there. Just an inch too short there, Diarra. We've seen the good and bad Pinzone already. Yep. Couple good looks offensively, couple bad shots, and a couple poor defensive efforts. But he is a guy who can help you on the offensive end. St. John, oh, St. John's was about to have numbers going the other way. They called a reach and foul on Posh. Too many fouls so far this game for both teams. UConn will go to the line for a double bonus. 35-32, UConn's up, minute 34 left in the first half. They go to the line for 2 free throws. Let me update this score for you folks. Misses the first free throw. 35-32. Kobe King back into the game. Minute 34 left. Jones checks in for Curbelo. Second free throw up by UConn. Makes it. 36-32 UConn. Minute 30 left in the first half. Come on. Need a basket, need a stop. Need a basket, need a stop. Let's see what we run. Dribble handoff to King. King swings it to Soriano, top of the key. Soriano dribble handoff to Pinzone. Pinzone, top of the key. He'll look to create another one dribble pull up contest. This time he makes it. 17-foot pull up jump shot. Not the greatest shot in the world, but you can't fight the results. 36-34, UConn up. St. John's playing defense with a minute left in the half. King fights over the screen. Good job. Forces a tough drive by Hawkins. They call a goaltend again. Soriano gets it too late on the glass. I don't think that shot was going in. 38-34, St. John's ball. 57 seconds left. Crossover by Pinzone. That was on the replay. Pull up from about 17 feet, top of the key. St. John's basketball. 38-34. You got your timeout, Mike. You got your usual lose a timeout, Mike. Big possession here, Mike. Not going to call it. Usu gets it. Uses ball screen, top of the key. Hesitates, gets in. Left hand off the backboard. Soriano is there to clean it up. Good job knowing that they're coming for the block, putting up on the glass. Soriano cleaning up the glass. 38-36. St. John's down 2 with 35 seconds up in the half. UConn can hold it, get close to the last shot here. Need a good defensive stop. Need a stop here. Pinzone out there guarding 45 feet. Don't get called for a reach, Pinzone. Don't get called for a reach, Pinzone. That's fake defense. Who you guarding now, Pinzone? St. John's gets lucky there. Pinzone got lost on a couple screens. UConn turns it over. 38-36. St. John's down 2. 15 seconds left. They have the ball. You've got your user to lose it, Mike. You've got your user to lose it, Mike. He uses it. All right. He used the timeout. He used the timeout. I got people texting out saying he called the timeout. Thirty-eight, 36. St. John's down 2 with the basketball. Last possession of the half right here. Okay, you got to make sure at the very worst, St. John's, you leave this half with a 2-point deficit at the very worst. You cannot turn it over for an easy basket. You cannot take a quick shot and then foul or, Godfrey, give enough time to come all the way down the court and score. You have the basketball here with a 2-point. You're down 2 points. At the very worst, you got to be down 2 going a half here. That's your job. All right, get a good look. Make sure it's the last shot of the half. Don't turn it over. Curbelo gets it. 12 on the clock now. 10, no urgency yet so far. 8 seconds, still nothing. 6 seconds, gets a screen from Soriano, drives left, finds Jones on the up cut, 2 seconds left, pull-up jumper, buries it. 38-38, St. John's tied with UConn going into halftime. Hopefully that confidence will help Jones have a nice second half. That was the first basket he made, I believe. One dribble pull-up 15 feet. 38-38 at half. Good stuff there. Good stuff there. 38 points is a lot to give up in a half. I thought for the most part, a lot of the stuff we did defensively was good. We had some mishaps early on that allowed for some easy threes. Once we refocused, I think we did a good job putting on some ball pressure and making them work for tough shots. 38-38, we really could be up by a handful of points if we shot better from the free throw line, but UConn has missed their fair share as well. Let's take a look at the box score. Come on, ESPN, don't fail me now. 38-38. Stanley's got 2 fouls. Posh has 2 fouls. Curbelo has 2 fouls. Soriano's got no fouls. That's big for a big second half. We're going to need him to go as many minutes as possible. Wusu's got 1 foul. Store's got 2 fouls as well. I'm not sure if I said that. Store played pretty well. 3 for 4 from the field, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, from the three-point line, playing better defensively on the glass. He's got 2 rebounds in the first half. That's good to see. Really good to see. We're going to need a lot more of that. For UConn, Hawkins has 20 points, 3 for 5 from 3, 5 for 8 overall, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. So Hawkins is the guy we got to stop. Hawkins is the guy we need to stop. We do a good job there, we'll have a chance. All right, let's start talking to our guests. All right, we've got our man Cole coming back for round 2. Cole did a great job in our first live game. Let's bring him in again, see what he has to say.
Pat, what's up, dude?
Cole, what's going on, my man?
Feeling okay. Tied at half. Like, that's better than I was expecting. So,
right. We were down, I think, as many as 7 points at one point in that game, in the half, maybe even 8 points. I'm not sure exactly. I think it was 16-8 at one point. So, there looked like a time where if we didn't focus, it could slip away and get out of hand early. We made some adjustments to look like defensive intensity picked up, and we inched our way back into the game. It's too bad we didn't make our free throws. We could be up by 5 or 6
seriously,
points.
I thought Hawkins was going to go for 100 there early in the first. Who was mostly guarding him? Was it Posh? I was trying to pay attention to that. But
Posh started on him, and then we did a kind of everybody got a piece, but they do a good job running them off some screens and some dribble handoffs where it's that guy that's tailing them needs help. But he's got 20 points. Sonogo didn't kill us. It'll be interesting to see if we refocus our attention on Hawkins, and then we'll see if Sonogo is the guy that they use in the second half.
Yeah,
but
you got to wonder what type of adjustments Hurley's going to make at halftime, which usually is when we come out poorly with Mike.
Yeah.
Any adjustments. I know we talked about it briefly before in messages, but it's just I get so frustrated playing these Big East teams and just how jealous I am of their coaches. Between Sean Miller, between Shaka Smart, now seeing Hurley. It's just God, what I would give to be able to recruit like these guys, to coach like them in game. It's just we never have anybody like that. So.
Well, the Big East is full of good coaches, right? And that the all access call was eye opening to see it up front, and especially comparison wise to what we were going against. And Sean Miller never stopped coaching, never stopped diagramming, never stopped speaking on specific aspects of the game, and we saw the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
But when the team is up or tied, you got to ask yourself how much of that is how much of what we see is really important, or do we take it or do we put too much stock in what the coach directs during a timeout? Obviously, you want to see good direction, but there's a lot more to it. He seems to have his team prepared more often than we had seen in the past to start the game, which is good to see. The halftime adjustment against Butler seemed to work. We'll see what happens today in a chess match versus Hurley, but you got to be pretty happy being tied 38-38.
So I want to touch on something that you said last week, and now tied at halftime against UConn really isn't the time to be talking the future and next coaches. But we were talking about potential replacements should Anderson leave, and you were saying that you would be on board should we not make the tournament. And we were saying, obviously, anybody would be thrilled replacing Anderson with Pitino, whether that's a pipe dream or not. But you start going to those second-tier names, and that's sort of always been my concern about what St. John's would do in a coaching search is if we go one of these mid-major guys, and then what you have, I think you said, do you have to give that person a longer leash as they're stepping up
Yeah.
I mean, conference. You see people, and whether it's right to judge them this fast, but like Shaheen Holloway or Kyle Neptune, just how mad those fan bases are already with those young coaches. Like, and those guys were considered, grand slams, especially Shaheen. I would be terrified of St. John's making the wrong mid-major hire, and then all of a sudden we go farther back.
Look at a guy like Drew Valentine, who's the coach for Loyola Chicago, who last year at this time everyone was raving about. I mean, literally couldn't keep his name out of people's mouths as the next hot coach. They're 0 for the season in the A-10 this year, in the second year, when you got to start recruiting your own players. I mean, we are way too quick to anoint coaches as the next coming when they have a good month. Look at Holloway. If Holloway loses in the first round last year, he's the same coach. Yep. He's the same coach as he is. You know what I mean? Like, you just the guys who might be on a list now, like Grasso or Langle, like if they have a poor few months now, what we're going to forget about them? They're just bad coaches. I think too often it's like weather. You look outside, it's raining, doesn't mean that the climate's bad. You know what I mean? It's like what's going on right now is too often the way we judge coaches when it's a full body of work. And in my opinion, I mean. What's his name? Willard would have got ran out of town if he was the St. John's coach with our fan base. It took him 5 years to make the tournament, and then he was nothing but making the tournament. And we dream of that success that Seton Hall has had the last 6 or 7 years. So a lot of it is patience, but I will stick to it. I think 4 years is enough to judge a coach and to make a decision. I'm not sure what St. John's will do. I think a lot of it has to do with these next few months, but I would not be upset moving in a different direction if St. John's fails to reach the tournament. And Pitino would be top of my list. I think if there's ever a chance you might be able to get Pitino, it's now. Who knows? A lot of time can happen between then, but we'll see. And St. John's is playing well, and by no means are they, out of it at this point.
Sure.
Plenty of games to be played. Their record's 12-6. You get hot, you win 3 or 4 in a row, and then it's all of a sudden looking sunny outside.
An interesting thing I've been thinking about lately with Pitino is you hear like rumblings about his name with the Georgetown job. And I question what would be the better job if they were both available between us and them.
Well, I think just, in a vacuum, I think Georgetown is definitely the better job. But I'm not sure if it's a better job to everybody. Pitino loves
New York.
Loves being in New York. Yep. So, I think it would come down to a person by person there. But I think if you ask just, 100 random people, Georgetown's the better job.
I agree. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks so much for having me on again. Hopefully in the second half, we'll see more Store offense and less Pinzone Matador defense.
Yes, Store started the game well, and then defensively, I think he's been pretty solid. Pinzone, he's a good offensive creator, but still a few mishaps on defensive end came back to hurt us.
Yeah, I'm loving having Store start the game and get a little bit of confidence early. I think that's really worked out well the last few games.
Let's them get settled in. I think it's been great. But thank you, Cole.
Yeah,
anytime you want to jump on
in sports, dude.
I don't know about that. But I appreciate it.
All right,
thanks,
brother.
Cole.
Take care.
Peace. All right, who else we got? Stormwatch has been waiting patiently. Stormwatch, I'm not sure if you got a camera or not, but I'm about to add you to the stream. 3, 2, 1. A no face by Stormwatch. That's fine. How we doing today? Stormwatch, are you there? Oh, Stormwatch bailed. All right. Well, we got a special guest waiting now in the green room. Mr. Dave Baroff of the Eye in the Storm podcast. Dave, I'm about to add you in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Dave, what's up, my man?
What's up, Pat? What's going on?
Well, 38-38. Not many complaints on my end.
I got a complaint
so far. What do you got?
Hit a free throw.
Yeah. There you go. Can't blame that on the coach. We missed 6 straight at one stretch in that first half. And looking at the game now, UConn's missed a handful of theirs too. But we could have a 3, 4 point, 5 point lead if we just made our free throws.
8 of 16 from the free throw line. You absolutely can't do that ever. You absolutely can't do that on the road. You can't do that against UConn. This is a completely different game. Jordan Hawkins has 20 points. UConn has got 38. I mean, you're happy where you're at. I don't think you can complain. You're tied on the road. You held Adama Sanogo and you held Donovan Klingon to 6 points. 6. So they did their job. I thought, shooting 48% from the field, good job. Not a lot of bad shots there. I thought that, one or two were really a little questionable, but overall, not only did you hold serve with them at the rebounds, tied at 16, but you basically were pretty smart there at the end too. When you went into the double bonus, or the single bonus at about 7 minutes left, they really focused on getting to the paint the whole way, which is what I was screaming at home. I tweeted it out. That's what you got to do. So I was really happy to see that. Unfortunately, the game is being decided right now at the free throw line. Let's see what the adjustments are there. Obviously, you can't really do anything to fix that at halftime, but maybe just tell these guys to take their time a little bit and just calm down. But overall, got to be happy with where you're at. AJ Storr looked pretty good there. Rafael Pinzon taking some quick jumpers there. Two guys who we've been really high on. So let's see what happens there in the next 20.
Those two guys offensively bring another element to the table. A couple of those were too quick, I thought, by Pinzon. He did make one of them, so what can you say? But when we moved the ball on offense, we were getting what we wanted. A couple of times we rushed it, one shot or one pass and up. Interesting to see what we do on Hawkins. Usually, that'd be Mathis. You'd think you'd put Mathis on him and give him his best look to shut him down. Without him, do you go to Wusu? Do you have Curbelo or Posh, follow him around?
What do you think about going bigger and having David Jones kind of in his face? And when David Jones has his head in the game, and when he wants to play defense, he can play some suffocating defense. We saw it early in the year. I wouldn't be opposed to trying 6'6", 6'7" in Hawkins' face and see if it works. Right now, you got to try everything to get him away from it. The one bad play was the transition three where they left Caravan open in the corner for that three. Besides that, overall, I don't have too many complaints right now.
Right. It seems like they're running Hawkins off a baseline curl screen, and then the dribble handoff makes another big up to step up. So even when we're trailing them like crazy, Storr did a couple good attempts on a few different possessions, but then it's the help defense in the middle that hurt us. It's going to be an all five guys thing. The analytics say Jones is a great defender. He's got all the athletic skills you'd ask for. I don't think that's a bad suggestion, Dave. I think some length up top might be what could do our best to affect his shot looks. But thanks for jumping on, Dave. I know you probably used to watching games from the stands. How's this one tuning in from the TV?
It's all right. I mean, just still yelling at the TV, but I'm not optimistic the rest of the way because I'm worried about the halftime adjustments, what Hurley's going to do versus us. But I'm keeping my expectations low. Let's see what happens. If you bring that effort into the next 20, that's all I ask. I thought that there was good fight. They didn't back down. I thought every time that those technicals and flagrant fouls. Listen, this is a UConn versus New York versus St. John's. This is a street fight. Let's fight a street fight. We don't like that word. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. You got two dogs. You got two big teams.
Sure.
St. John's got to keep. Yeah, let's keep this aggression up.
Yeah, these first 4 minutes will tell a lot of the story, I think. We'll see if Coach Anderson's got to burn another timeout before the 16-under timeout. But we'll see. We'll see. These first 4 minutes might tell the story. But Dave,
Pat, I'll see you. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. All right.
All right, man. Be good.
Peace. That was Dave. You guys know Dave from the Eye on the Storm podcast. Huge St. John's fan. Huge St. John's content guy. No one puts out more stuff than him. Give him a follow if you're not already. Anyone else want to jump in? You let me know. I'm actually going to have to just take a quick pee break. My bladder, woo, it's a small one. The bladder, guys. The bladder's small. What can I do here? I'm going to throw this on the screen. Team stats, all right? And I'll be back in 30. All right, we're back. We're back. Svonarkle and Sims now chopping it up. Let's take a look at the box score again. 38-38. St. John's has 3 guys with 7 points. Pinzone, Posh, and Store all have 7 points. Wusu's got 5. Soriano's got 6. Bench has combined for 13 points of our 38 points. That's compared to just 5 points off the UConn bench. So our depth has seemingly gotten more effective once we implemented the Curbelo and Jones bench unit. Makes sense. Man, if that's all that was, and they call a double technical on Posh there too, that was all Diarra in his face. That seemed like a little bit of BS to me. Halftime stats: Huskies shooting 50% from the field. Red Storm shooting 48% from the field. UConn 4 for 9 from 3-point range. 3 of those were early. Fourth one was the wide open one by Caravan. Hawkins, though, 20 points, 5 for 8 from the field. We'll see what we adjust, the adjustments we make in the end of the half to see how we guard him coming out. Obviously, can't give up another 20 points to him, but you do worry about putting all your pressure on a perimeter guy with the bigs that UConn can throw in the middle of the paint. Play about to resume here in the second half. 38-38. Hurley firing up his troops. All right, let's start it up. What are we waiting for here? UConn will have the ball to start the second half. They inbound it. Top of the key, Posh guarding them. Looks like Pinzone gets the start in the second half over Stanley. We got Wusu starting the half guarding Hawkins. UConn turns it over on a failed alley-oop attempt to Jackson. Jackson can jump, but he can't jump that high. 38-38, 19 minutes and 48 seconds left in the second half. St. John's basketball. All right, so it looks like the plan was to have Wusu guard Hawkins. I don't hate it. I think Wusu is the best team defender we have. One-on-one might be a different story. So we'll see. Wusu's got it. Dribble hand off the Store. Store and Pinzone starting alongside Posh, Soriano, and Wusu. Here comes Pinzone. Looks to attack off the dribble. One dribble, pull up in the paint, off the glass. Nice. Pivot, reversed, didn't rush himself. Head fake, got the defender up in the air, and he was able to duck in off the glass. Nice finish there by Pinzone. 40-18. Oh, turnover there. Good defense by Wusu, not allowing Hawkins to get it on the wing. Jackson tried to force it to him, and he passed out of bounds. 40-38, St. John's ball. Store's got it on the baseline, kicks it back out, gets set. Pinzone comes, dribble handoff, gets another screen by Soriano. Now Soriano rolls. Pinzone spins, floats, makes it. Drove right, spun left, hung in the air, made a tough shot off the rim. 42-38, St. John's up. UConn's got it now. Hawkins comes with a double screen. Store chases him. Now Hawkins has it back up top. Ball screen. Wusu gets caught underneath. Fight for the rebound. UConn gets it. Finds Sonogo for a two-handed dunk. We had our 2 best rebounders in that case, Wusu and Soriano on the perimeter when the fight was going on underneath. UConn gets it and makes us pay. 42-40, St. John's ball. Store looks to drive left, gets in the paint, one dribble pull up, makes a shot over Hawkins. Tough shot there by Store. Drove left, pulled up with a hand in his face, made a 13-foot shot in the paint. Not an easy look. 9 points for Store, 9 points for Pinzone. UConn's got it now, 44-40, St. John's. Pass to Sonogo underneath. Baby hook on his right, gets a nice soft touch. Tough guy to guard in there, but that's not a terrible shot to give up. 44-42, St. John's. Jackson now hounds Pinzone, top of the key. Posh gets it, looks to get in the paint. 15-footer, rush shot again. Not a great look. Soriano fights for it, gets an offensive rebound. Help him. Pinzone, 3-point look, tough shot, came up short. UConn's got it now, pushing the ball up. Sonogo on the trailer, he'll shoot that, does that, misses it. Store with a rebound. Nice rebound by Store. 44-42. Store looks to push, finds Posh, wide open three on the left wing, long. Not a terrible look. Still, we're taking quick shots, not getting many ball reversals. UConn has it. Sonogo up top. Hawkins curls it. Pinzone trailing. Jackson, one hand floater. Storiano gets a rebound. We'll live with that shot all day. Wusu now pushing it. Looks to get in the paint. Euro with his left hand finish. Nice take there by Wusu. Good change of direction. Good finish. 46-42. UConn takes a timeout. 16 minutes, 50 seconds left. So it's the other team taking a timeout before the under 16 timeout this time around. Cole says, we'll save the Cole origin story for the next game. That's called the teaser, folks. Yes, welcome to the biz, people. Can't wait for it, though, Cole. Next time we'll have to get talking about it. Thanks again for joining at halftime. Thanks for everybody that joined in. Anyone else feels like joining in, make sure you let me know ahead of time. I can give you that link. You know, we might have a few chances in this second half, but it's much harder to do it, you know, when it's not halftime. Timeout UConn, 16 minutes, 50 seconds left. Wusu on the nice drive and take, 46-42. 46-42. Let me update the score for you, folks. (46-42) St. John's. So far, we've been getting in the paint, making plays. The three made shots by Pinzone and Store were not easy looks, but they're talented offensive players. They got into the paint, were able to see one-on-one coverage, made a move, got a decent look, and delivered. Then Wusu had numbers in transition. Instead of going straight up for the finish, Euro to the left, used his left hand, got a nice look at the rim. He's done a much better job finishing at the rim this year than he did last year. A much better job. A lot of game left. An eternity left in this game. St. John's will have to continue the good defensive effort. You know, UConn's a team that never really stops coming at you. Those big guys work so hard, and they got options and weapons on all the other four positions to make you pay if you focus too much on one area. But St. John's has come out with a good effort and has been able to capitalize with some offense of their own. Hurley's probably pissed that no one stopped the ball. Yeah. You think he gets pissed or what, Greg? We know a little bit something about guys not stopping the ball, though, don't we? Pat, please elaborate on that comment you made about Kobe and being the highest analytical duo. Okay, so Evan Maya, I'll have to Evan Maya. He's an analytical college basketball guy, and he does a bunch of analytic work. And you know, most of the rankings for lineups require a certain amount of possessions on the floor together. Pinzone and Kobe do not have a lot of possessions, but them as a duo on the court has one of the top-rated performances, both offensive and defensively, of any duo in the Big East. I mean, it's a very small sample size, and there's probably one or two games where they played well together, but just something I noticed and something, you know, perhaps we could see a larger look at going forward. Not that I would have predicted those two playing together was some great combination, but they have had some success. I think King has shown an ability to play at this level. Kobe, I can give you a link to those stats after or Cole, I'm sorry, I can give you a link to those stats after the game. It's some pretty good stuff. UConn's got it now. Illegal screen on Sonogo. That's the second illegal screen we've seen called so far on UConn. That's Sonogo's second personal foul, I believe. Something to keep an eye on. Cole says, would love to check that guy's work. It's subscription to see all the ratings. You can see some free stuff too. That's pretty good. But to see all the team rankings and lineup rankings, it's $5 a month. I'm just shelling it out, Cole, for you guys, for the fans. Soriano scores on a baby hook in the paint, 48-42 St. John's. UConn's got it. 16 minutes left in the first half. Jackson up top. Posh does a good job going under both those screens. Pinzone now chasing after. Ooh, Caravan on the pick and pop. He gets a good look at three and makes it pay. So UConn there ran through a couple sets. 3 or 4 guys touched it. They didn't just settle after their first look, and they ended up getting a good look on their third or fourth look. You know, you got to make a defensive team work for 20 seconds in the shot clock, and eventually you get good looks. Good cut by Wusu, up and finish. He got hit, I thought. He got hit. Great job recognizing the defense wasn't paying attention to you. Cut hard of the basket. Posh found him on a cut. Wusu finishes again at the rim. 50-45, St. John. UConn's got it. Sonogo now setting the screen for Caravan. Top of the key. He'll drive 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. Now he's got Jackson. Back to Caravan. Decent look at the top of key. Misses it. Rebounded by Soriano. St. John's looks to push. Wusu's got it. See, this is what I mean when I say that Posh doesn't always – I feel like Posh would rather not be the point guard. No matter who's on the court with him or what the situation is, he seems more than willing to play the off-guard role. He likes to get out in transition and run. He likes to hunt offensive rebounds. Whether it's Wusu, Curbelo, done in the past, he's more often than not seems more than willing and wanting to take the point guard privileges to someone else and him kind of just play a guard role. That time he did a great job finding Wusu from the top of the key. Looks like foul on UConn will be St. John's ball out of bounds when we come back from the under 16 timeout. 50-45, good guys. The good guys. Oh, my AirPods died again. Someone in the chat, just let me know if you can still hear me.
We get an update on the Marquette score or the Bill score. I know you guys are probably paying attention to both those things. Hate the moving screen turnover. Sheesh, Craig says. Yeah, that's tough. That's their second one. So I doubt we'll see a third one called. So UConn will probably be able to move all they want for the rest of the game. St. John's got to be careful not picking up one themselves. I didn't really get a good look at it, though, Craig. I'm not sure if it was the right call or not. Backdoor cuts. Who is this team? Running offensive action. Yeah, that was another backdoor cut there by Pinzone before they called a foul too. So it's good stuff, and you gotta look to keep pressure on the rim. If you're not a team that's going to post up, 3 or 4 guys, and a lot of the times we'll put Soriano on top of the key as a passer. We got to have cuts to the basket and make them guard the whole court in the half court. It was the right call. Okay, and then I believe it. Craig doesn't want to tell us, but I think he's rooting for the bad guys today. (46-42). Pinzone's got 11. Store's got 9. Wusu's got 7. St. John's is shooting exactly 50% from the field. UConn's shooting 48% from the field. I think it was the opposite when the half started. So St. John's has come out this half and played well. 5-point lead and the basketball. I'm sorry. 50-45. 5-point lead and the basketball. Pinzone is 4 for 6 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. St. John's as a team only has 7 turnovers to UConn's 12 turnovers. Nobody on St. John's has more than 2 turnovers. Posh has 2. No one else has more than 1. Curbelo, no turnovers. Did take some ill-advised shots in the first half. We'll see what type of second half he has. It's good to see Pinzone get rewarded with the start in the second half. Hopefully Stanley doesn't take it to heart and he's ready to play in the second half. We're going to need some energy off the bench from our bigs at some point. There's that first look on the replay. Pinzone did a nice job with a head fake and dipping under for the finish. That time he finished all in one motion off the spin away from the hoop. He looks confident and comfortable offensively, that is for sure. Craig says, I'm rooting for the bad guys, but March is more fun when the Johnnies are dancing. It is. It is. And I've only got to experience that less than a handful of times these past 23 years. So maybe I'll take your word for it. No, I do know it's more fun. You won't be saying that, though, when St. John's faces off against UConn in the 7-2 matchup in the second round. And we take them out, those suckers. St. John's inbounding. Posh looking to find Wusu on the cross screen. Wusu gets it. Pin zone back cuts. Oh, post up, Soriano. Wusu dribbles top left. Why? No one else touched the ball, Wusu. Move the ball. Turnover by Wusu. Careless play. I mean, never got the ball moving. Looked like he might have had advantage to drive quickly. Instead, he pulled it back out, and then his next attempt, he lost it. No one else touched the ball. Move the basketball, make them work. UConn's got it up top. Jackson drives hard right. Soriano met him with his hand up. I thought it was pretty good defense. We might have got lucky, though. I'd rather have Jackson go to the line shooting 2 free throws than Sonogo catching the ball underneath on an offensive rebound attempt. So Jackson, a poor shooter, will go to the line for 2. 50-45, St. John's. Jackson makes the first, 50-46. 14:41 left in the second half. Makes the second as well. 50-47, good guys. Posh up top, swings it over to Curbelo. Soriano drives left, picks it up, spins back right, baby hook, middle of paint, makes it over Sonogo. Great move, tough move by Soriano, scoring on Sonogo there. 52-47. The Dolphins are winning, Cole says. Okay. Good defense. Wusu pass ahead to Curbelo. Finds a trailer. Soriano gets fouled going for the dunk. All right. I thought Curbelo probably could have went up and finished himself. Curbelo was trailing, dished it off behind him. Soriano gets fouled at the rim by Jackson. That's Jackson's at least his 3rd foul. Soriano will go to the line for 2 free throws. Craig says Soriano is tough. If you have a pro on your team, it's him. I mean, he's been without a doubt our best player. I mean, he leads the country in double doubles. He's got a soft touch inside. He's rebounding like a motherfucker, but I just don't know if the way the NBA is played, if he's got a chance. Out in space defensively, he's not great. But without a doubt, if there's been a player of the year for St. John's, it's him, and it's him again. Soriano makes the first. Makes the second. 54-47, St. John's with a 7-point lead, 14 minutes left on the road against UConn. Curbelo and Jones in. Wusu, Posh, and Soriano join them. Now it's Wusu on Hawkins. Curbelo fights over the screen. Sonogo rolls. So they find him on the roll. Good pass there. St. John's got beat in the pick and roll. Wusu would be the help defender generally, but he's got to pay close attention to Hawkins on the opposite wing. Makes it tough. Good offense by Connecticut. 54-49 St. John's. Curbelo looks to drive right. Gets the ball off just in time, able to finish on the floater on the baseline. Tough finish there. I bet you we'll see that same look later, and Curbelo will instead dump it off to Soriano. 56-49 St. John's up 7. Come on, get a stop. Jones guarding up top. Wusu, got to fight through that, Wusu. Now here comes Hawkins again. Wusu a second late. Gets lucky. Offensive rebound hunted down by UConn. Sonogo on the post against Soriano 1-on-1. Here comes the double. Jones comes with the double. 2 passes quick by UConn. St. John's fights for it. Offensive rebound by Hawkins. Up and in. Couple lucky bounces for UConn there. They get 2 offensive rebounds. That second one, Wusu had good position and just bounced too high. Hawkins was able to get it and finish. 56-51, 5-point game. Now UConn's in a zone look. Curbelo drives through a double, gets fouled. 4th foul on UConn. 56-51, 12 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's a really good pass by UConn to find Sonogo on the replay there. Wow, that's a tough finish. Sonogo was just a centimeter below that block attempt. 1-3-1 defense. Good pass to Cabello, middle of the paint. Doesn't put the ball on the floor, just goes up and finishes it. Nice find. 58-51. Come on, you got to get stopped, St. John's. Can't go trading baskets the rest of the way. Calcaterra uses the screen. Good back cut by Caravan. Gets fouled by Jones and 1. UConn got in the paint. Defense focused on the ball. Jones loses sight of his man for a second. Good back up by Caravan. Good pass, good finish, and 1. That 1-3-1 look against St. John's there. UConn did a bad job keeping the ball in the middle. St. John's took advantage. Can't get beat backdoor. Cannot get beat backdoor like that. 58-53. UConn at the line for 1. Looks like UConn's changing up their defense to fist, whatever that means. Look out for the pressure. Clegane comes in. Did Sonogo exit, or are they going with the 2 big look? Misses the free throw. 58-53, 5-point game. Clegane out, or Clegane in, Sonogo out. Posh. Looks like man-to-man now. Yep, back to man for UConn. Posh drives, gets fouled on the perimeter. That's the 5th foul on UConn. So St. John's has an opportunity here to really take advantage of some early fouls by UConn. It's the under 12 timeout. (58-53) St. John's. 11 minutes, 58 seconds left. St. John's will take the ball out when we come back from the timeout. What do we got to do to close this game out? Defensive pressure has been good on the perimeter. Those screens up top are tough to deal with. They run it 3 or 4 times. Eventually, they seem to get a good look. Offensively, without Pinzone and Store in, we're much more focused on working the ball inside. Those 2 guys getting a quick breather when they come back to finish this game. We got to make sure our defense it doesn't slip. We're going to need those guys to score points, though. We can't afford to not go back to those guys at all. Any other bets for today, Pat? I haven't took a look at the afternoon college basketball slate. I know there's some good games. I'm not sure if they're all end early, though. I might actually miss them because of this game going on now. I do like the Giants. I like the Giants getting points. Hopefully, I'm not just speaking with my heart there, but I would definitely consider taking the Giants money line, or even taking the what were they 2.5-point dogs the last time I saw, something like that. St. John's doing all their work in the paint. Normally a good thing, but if UConn finds a way to take that away, can St. John's score from the perimeter? The answer to that is not generally, Craig. Not generally. And, usually we're not a team that gets good looks because of our half-court offense, which has seemingly been the case so far against UConn in the second half. Usually if we're getting looks in the paint, it's because transition looks. I'm not sure if UConn has, just took that for granted and has allowed for us to get easy looks, or if it's an adjustment they're going to have to make to take away. But generally speaking, you can pack it in against St. John's and give ourselves enough rope and we'll hang ourselves. Tonight, we're not settling. We're going hard to the rim on cuts. We're looking to, use Soriano as a roll man, and we're right in position to get this win. What's the score of the game down there?
14-0
Bills. Bills up 14-0. You taking the Giants? Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please keep following along, whether on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Share your thoughts on here, on Twitter. All opinions welcome. Cole's asking Craig a question in the chat. I have seen him play both those big guys together. Not often, though. Against Providence, they went to it most of the game. They had Sonogo guarding Hopkins on the perimeter. 58-53. Good guys. St. John's inbound underneath. Posh gets it. Get it out of there. Let's work the ball around. Make sure we get a good look coming out of here. Soriano screens for Curbelo. Curbelo looks to attack. He airballed that look. Was that a pass attempt? I'm not sure. St. John's pressure defense. Curbelo comes up the steal. Now he's looking to attack. Goaltend. Goaltend on Clegane. Curbelo attack, got the shot up on the backboard. Clegane blocked it. Had already hit the glass. 60-53. St. John's up 7 points, 11 minutes, 40 seconds left. Good hustle in the backcourt by Curbelo and Posh, forcing a turnover. Ends up to 2-point basket for St. John's. Store back in the game as well. Curbelo, Store, Posh, Jones, Soriano, the 5 for St. John's. Posh guarding Hawkins now. Curbelo guarding Calcaterra. Store defensively, working hard, gets over the screen. Threw an oop to Clegane on the roll. Foul him on the ground. Was that on the ground? He gets fouled. I'm pretty sure that foul is on the ground. The Big East is tough. Johnnies have a chance, but a lot of b-ball left. Whether you're talking about the game or the season, Craig, absolutely. Store late on the closeout there. Late on the closeout to the one guy you can't afford to be late on the closeout to. Hawkins drills a 3 in his face. 60-56. Curbelo drives with a high finish off the glass over Clegane. That's a pro finish right there. 62-56. St. John's need a stop. Need a stop. Okay, Store guarding the ball again. They're going to run this pick and roll for the Oop one more time. Oh, no, they got Hawkins coming off double screen. Posh fights through now, fights over it. Roll. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. Need it. Good. Good hustle play by Jones. St. John's has numbers. Posh pushing it. Finds George in the wing. Finds Store wide open in the corner. He got hit. Store got hit there. Sprint back, Store. Oh, he's waiting, begging for the play. Now they got numbers. Hawkins stepped out of bounds. Whew. I thought Store got fouled on a 3-point attempt. He got to do a better job selling it. Late closeout, I thought the hand got hit, and then he was looking for the call. Didn't get back on defense. We got lucky there. Hawkins stepped out of bounds on the catch. The Big East is a meat grinder. Night in, night out, any team can take anyone out. Yeah, and I love the Big East. I love the fact it's round robin. You really get a true champion. You build up rivalries. You build up competitive competition against teams that start to hate each other. And then, come tournament time, you root for everybody else. And personally, I enjoy rooting for these teams in the Big East. Marquette, Xavier, Villanova, teams I really like watching on a nightly basis. And then come tournament time, being a St. John's fan, you got to find some teams to root for, right? Pinzone back in. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Jones up top, seeing this 1-3-1 look again by UConn. See if St. John's can move it for a good shot. Store on the wing. Oh, be careful. Skip pass, almost deflected, almost stolen. Pinzone drives to the rim, gets met at the rim, foul. Pinzone will go to the line for 2. Chance to extend this to 7 or 8 points. 62-56. St. John's up at the line for 2. 10 minutes and 13 seconds left. This skip pass by Store was so close to getting picked and going the other way. St. John's luckily gets away with it. Pinzone takes advantage of the mishap and drives hard, gets fouled by Clegane. 11 points, 1 rebound for Pinzone. Newton might be my favorite Husky, Craig says. And Newton's good. He's solid. Does a little bit of everything well. Hawkins is a dog, though, scoring-wise. That guy can get a bucket. We root for everyone else come tournament time because we're never in it. Yeah, what choice do we have? And we want to be involved in the fun somehow, right? Pinzone hits the first. Here comes his second. Looking straight into the UConn fans. Rims out. 63-56. St. John's up 7 with 10 minutes left. You've done your work early, St. John's. Let's do our work late. Store guarding the ball. Now Pinzone up top. Store back guard Newton up top. Ball screen by Clegane. Illegal screen on Clegane. The 3rd illegal screen they've called on UConn tonight. Another one on Clegane. That's the 6th or 7th team foul by UConn. So St. John's will be shooting free throws the rest of the game, not necessarily making them. We know how that goes. Another moving screen. Oh my God, that one was questionable. Yeah. Well, there goes the replay. I missed it. I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know. That's probably the one that one was probably the ball handler's fault, if anything. Cabello in the middle of the paint. Sky hook. Bad shot attempt. No reason to take that shot. You had Store on the wing. We can get back to you anytime. A rush shot by St. John's with a chance to take a 9-10 point lead. Now it's a foul on the perimeter by St. John's. You got to take advantage of those opportunities if you're St. John's. No reason to rush into force quick bad looks. Cabello's got to be smarter than that. UConn will check it in up top. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left. Store chasing Hawkins. Now Store and NY switch. Got to be careful. He'll Store guarding Sonogo in the post. Come on, long offensive rebound for UConn. Leads to an open look from 3 for Newton. Misses it. NY had it off. Oh, man. NY had a defensive rebound in his hand, lost it, tripped up, ends up falling in Sonogo's hand where he makes a 2-point shot. Jones misses it. A rush look. UConn comes over the board. Down 5, pushing now. Calcaterra stepped out of bounds. St. John's got lucky there. Two trips in the paint. Okay, UConn misses a shot. We get the rebound. We don't come up with it. They end up getting an easy look here. Just can't happen. And then on the other end, we take a shot that's contested well, comes up with UConn's ball. 63-58, St. John's basketball, 9 minutes left. Wusu's got it. Still in this 1-3-1 by UConn, extended all the way out to half court. Cabello looks to penetrate. Gets it over Wusu. Wusu ball fakes past to Cabello. Store open on the perimeter. Gets a good look from 3. Long. St. John's fights for the board. Wusu comes up with it. Good fight by Wusu. Takes it out. Good. St. John's 15 on the shot clock. Cabello drives in. Left-handed whirling dervish attempt. Comes up long. Another offensive rebound by St. John's. Good hustle. That's a foul. Good job. St. John's that time worked hard for their extra possession. Store comes up with a loose ball. He'll go to the line shooting 1-on-1. Gets fouled on the perimeter. Got to make these free throws, Store. Got to knock them down. Tough spot. Welcome to a tough road game. Second half, you got to make your free throws. Foul on Hawkins. Good call. An obvious call. Couple huge free throw attempts here by the St. John's freshman. 63-58. AJ Store at the line with a chance to extend the lead, shooting 1-on-1. Cabello checks out. Posh checks back in. Mike Anderson showing the guns off today. I'm not sure if I've seen him wear a short sleeve shirt before. You don't really ever see a college coach wear a short sleeve shirt, to be honest with you. Store makes the first. Big shot by a big time player. 64-58, 6-point lead. Another big one coming up with a chance to push it to 7. Second one, short. 64-58. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. UConn basketball. Pinzone guarding the ball up top. Pinzone with a deflection. Gets it and goes. Doesn't come up with it. Oh, man, a mad scramble. Pinzone with good defensive pressure there. Almost forces a steal. 2 guys were after on UConn. They end up deflecting it out of bounds off Pinzone's foot, it looked like. 64-58. Only 18 left on the shot clock. UConn will have to inbound it all the way down by St. John's bench. $64-58. UConn taking it up against pressure. Pinzone hounding Jackson. Jackson dribbling left. Now to Sonogo. Sonogo ball screen. Hands it back to Jackson. Calcaterra gets an open look at 3. Misses it long. Fight for the rebound. Comes up. UConn basketball underneath. Sonogo was fighting for it against 2 St. John's guys. Knocks it loose to where no other St. John's player was. Ended up getting in Hawkins' hand in the right spot. Posh ducks in free throw line, gets fouled, goal line for 2. 64-60. St. John's will shoot 2 free throws when we come back from this under 8 timeout. Pat, I know there's no such thing as more victories, but doesn't it seem like this team is playing with a lot more confidence after the road Prov loss? Absolutely to all those things you just said. We cannot afford to be happy with moral victories, but absolutely as a team been playing better. That road game against Providence, I never had any confidence we pull with a win, but it was good to see him play a good game throughout the whole, 40 minutes for the most part. Still gave up too many points to a team with hopes to win, but much better overall play. And then we carried it over with a nice win against Butler, and then we're seeing it again today against UConn. And what would think to be our toughest match of the year so far on the road against the top 10 team, St. John's has looked to be, ready and prepared to play. But there's a lot of game left, and St. John's can't afford to be happy with playing tough for 35 minutes. Okay, we got to come out of this timeout, make 2 free throws, and get a stop. Get a stop. There's been I can just think of these 2 plays these last few minutes where St. John's fighting for rebounds underneath. UConn ends up getting a tip pass right to a guy's hands underneath for 4 points, where that could have been no points had things gone our way. But you're on the road against a team late in the game. You got to be ready to fight tooth and nail for those 50-50 balls. Man, my neck hurts. God. Ready and prepared to play. Is that a direct quote? Did I say that? Yes. St. John's has looked ready and prepared to play these last 2 games. Two big free throws by Posh out of this timeout. Be the leader, be the captain, okay? Knock down your free throws, and then lead this team on the defensive end. We've done a much better job running Hawkins off the 3-point line in the second half. He has beat us for a few offensive rebounds. 64-60, 7:48 left. Mike Anderson in the huddle. What's he saying, guys? Give me the scoop. I'd love to know what he's saying. Did he say on this end over here? Did he say we got to make him feel us? Those are some buzzwords. $64 to $60. Come on, Posh. Knock these down, kid. What do you say now? 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 for 5 from the field from Posh. Has made some defensive plays. First one up and in. Big shot by Posh. 65-60. UConn's got 9 fouls in the second half. St. John's has 4. So I'm going to pay attention to. 65-60 Posh. The line for his second free throw. Up and in. 66-60. St. John's now on defense. Pinzone, Wisu, Store, Posh, and Soriano are your 5 on the court. Store guarding. Who's up top? All right, Sonogo's got it now. Pinzone guarding Calcaterra. Soriano gets switched on a Hawkins screen. He gets fouled on the floor. UConn will inbound and out of bounds. 66-60. 15th foul on St. John's. Rather foul him there on the floor before he can get a shot off from 3 or get to the rim altogether. So not a terrible foul. Had a couple to give. Okay, UConn inbounds it. 20 on the shot clock. Pinzone guarding Calcaterra. Now Store guarding Hawkins. Got to put a hand up. Go get it. Go get it. God damn it. Store loses a chase for a 50-50 rebound. St. John's gives up an. He's out of bounds. Give him 3 or 4 attempts. There you go. Wusu's the guy to get a rebound. Pass ahead to Store all the way. Clear advantage for a dunk. Great pass by Wusu. That's why Store doesn't get rebounds, because he's trying to leak out. But when we needed a rebound, who was there fighting? It's freaking Wusu, the dog himself. Great rebound, great pass ahead. Shooting better from the line this half. Yeah, we have. It was hard to shoot any worse, though, Cole. We're going to have to continue to make them going down the stretch here. 68-60. St. John's up 8. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left. Jackson up top. Wusu guarding Hawkins now. Caravan looks to find Sonogo in the post. Soriano. Here comes a double by. Good double. See, Wusu can afford a double when he's guarding Jackson. If he's guarding Hawkins or Newman, he can't afford a double. My man Silencer says, I've been a UConn fan growing up, and me and Clegane went to the same school. I really do think Hurley should start Clegane over Sonogo. What are your thoughts? Nice board by Store. I'm sorry, man, but I gotta talk for a second because Store just blocked out Caravan, fought for a rebound, and gets a foul called because he boxed out. Those are the small things that are gonna make him, one of my favorite players. Keep doing that shit, Store. Awesome job. Now hit your free throws. To answer your question, I think Clegane would be starting on plenty of teams. I think Sonogo is one of the 5 to 10 centers you wouldn't start him over. I think you could play him more together from time to time. You're not going to bench Sonogo. You're just not. Not that Clegane hasn't been every bit the player he's been when he's get the chance, but he's also playing against backups. So to answer your question, I wouldn't start him, but I think he's a fantastic player. That's just how highly I think of Sonogo. 2 made free throws by Store. Big buckets there. 70-60. St. John's up 10 points. UConn's got a timeout. That's their second to last one. So with 6 minutes, 30 seconds left, UConn has 1 timeout left. They'll be inbounding it all the way underneath St. John's basket. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. St. John's has a 10-point lead. Clegane will be the man if Sonogo clears or graduates. Yeah, Clegane will be an All-American if he's going to, run the show next year. 1,000 points for St. John's. Let's keep going, Ryan. 70-60. Good guys. St. John's needs to stay focused on defense, doing a great job helping off the right guys, Jackson especially. Cannot give Hawkins any space. Got to make sure we're not helping off of him. And most importantly, we need all 5 guys helping on the glass. I mean, Store leaked out for a bucket there, but before you do that, we got to make sure we get the rebound. He's had a couple really good takes tonight, hit a big 3, and he's been playing overall much tougher around the basket, helping out in the glass. Cross screen coming, good switch. Jackson up top, Posh guarding him. Look for the roll at the rim, good job. Caravan misses. Wusu fight for the board. Soriano comes up with it. Great job. Wusu's got it. Okay. He brings it up. Posh settled his team down. 1-3-1 look again from UConn. 6 minutes left, 70-60. St. John's basketball. Wusu left. Finds Posh. He looks to drive in the paint. Finds Wusu for a decent look at 3. Misses it long. Rebound UConn. UConn's got some numbers. Looks to rushed. Tough layup attempt by UConn. Comes up short. St. John's gets it. Posh looks to drive. Finds Store for a good look at 3. Misses it short. UConn gets it. Looks to push again. Can't leave Hawkins. Good job by Wusu. Sonogo now on the post against Soriano 1-on-1. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left. Sonogo backs down. Wusu guarding Hawkins. Look at a ball screen by Sonogo. Gets by Wusu. Foul again on the ground. 6th foul by St. John's. No free throws yet. UConn must force out shots like that. Yeah, it's not a terrible thing to force outside shots by St. John's. That one look there, though, Craig Store's a 45% three-point shooter. That's the one we want taking it. Inbounds pass. Jackson misses a layup. Fight for the rebound. Soriano comes up with it. That's a foul, man. Okay, Soriano gets it, clears out. St. John's has it. 70-60, 5 minutes left. St. John's crosses half court. Man defense now for UConn. Ball screen by Soriano to Posh. We got to move the ball, guys. Posh, where you going? Move the ball. Call a timeout. Call a timeout. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Soriano on the post. Foul on the ground. Foul by Sonogo. Soriano will go to the line for 2 free throws. Can't be afraid to call a timeout. We got 3 left. These are huge possessions. Couple fouls by UConn on the previous stop didn't get called. Now they call one underneath. Bail St. John's out with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. But that is a foul. I mean, that's few fouls. I don't know what's to complain about there. Soriano at the line, shooting 2, 70-60. Couple huge free throw attempts here. All right, St. John's is in a great position to get a big road win. Huge position to get a great big road win, and they need to make sure they take advantage of the free throws and they take care of the basketball. Soriano's first free throw attempt. Up and in. Makes the first. 71-60. 4 minutes and 48 seconds left. Clegane checks in for Sonogo. Predictions. Hit me with your predictions, guys. What will be the final outcome of this game? Will St. John's hold on, or will they crumble? Will UConn make a push, or will they sit back and just let it happen? Soriano at the line. Second shot. Long. Rebound, UConn. 71-60. Jackson's got it. Guarded by Pasha at half court. He'll use a screen by Caravan. Another moving screen. Oof, I don't know about that one. I'm surprised we've seen a tame Hurley. 4 moving screens by one team in a game is a lot. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'm not going to complain about it, but I don't know about it either. Time is running out by UConn, but you got to think they'll make a push. Yeah, I do not feel confident in just walking out of here with an easy win at this point. 4:38 left. What did we call a technical foul? Did they call a technical? What's going on now? Hurley's getting upset. Jackson fouled out. I don't know what happened there. Someone with the game on can let me know. But did Jackson just foul out? I thought that foul was on the moving screen. Curbelo serve it. Fadeaway jumper. Tough, pointless shot there by Curbelo. Terrible shot attempt. Usu guard talking 71-60. You're up 11 points. What are you doing taking a fadeaway curl around shot from the baseline? Rebound Soriano off a missed 3. Get it to a guard. Pinzone takes it across half court. We need a good look. What are you doing? Don't need to take a 6. Oh, Soriano, thank God you made that. Thank God you made it. I hated that shot. 73-60. St. John's up 13. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. Pinzone guarding on the perimeter. Wusu and him switch. Don't foul. Don't foul. Clegane's got it 35 feet from the basket. Hawkins denied. Slips. 3-point look for UConn. Miss. Fight for the rebound. Comes up with UConn. Shot clock doesn't reset. Caravan misses a shot in the paint. Gets fouled. Almost at an and-one look. He'll get 2 free throws after this. Soriano is producing. Yeah, he is producing. UConn shooting 23% from 3. Definitely helps. I think we've done a really good job, after that first 5-minute stretch, Cole, of focusing on the perimeter defensively, especially knowing who it is we got to close out on, following Hawkins around the perimeter. If it's not Hawkins, you feel much less worried about the next guy taking it. Caravan isn't going to be a guy who shoots many contested threes out those pick and pops. He's a guy you got to keep an eye on, but Hawkins is tough. Tagging him on those screens. We've done a much better job. Up 13, under 4 minutes left. UConn will go to the line for 2. If you're a good team, if you're a decent team, you got to come out with a win here. All right, I'm going to try not to get too amped up or too excited or pissed off as this game unfolds. But St. John's is in a great position to get a top 10 road win. All right, and that's a win St. John's needs badly. The team needs badly. Coach Anderson needs badly. If you remember 2 years ago, I don't want to jinx anything here. 2 years ago when Coach Anderson had us playing well for a stretch when we went 10-9 in conference, We were 2-6 in the conference going into a game at UConn, and we were down 17-5 in that game. Coach Anderson called a timeout. We came back, we won that game, and then from that point forward, I think we won 6 straight games. So it turned our season around. I'm not saying this is exactly that. I'm saying it's a chance. You get a big road win. You start to feel better about yourself. You start to trust yourself, trust the coaches a little bit more, and it can really catapult and ignite a good stretch of play. And there's so much more season left. But you got to get this win. These last 4 minutes here, under 4 minutes, you got to focus. You got to make big plays defensively. You got to fight for rebounds. You got to be tough with the basketball. You got to make your free throws. And most importantly, you got to make sure every damn shot you take is a good shot. Unless it's, a last second shot clock situation or a wide open look. You work the clock, you work the basketball, and you make sure every shot you take is a good shot. If you do that, St. John should walk out of Connecticut with a win. But there's a lot of game left. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. UConn down 13 at the line, shooting 2. If you look at that field goal percentage, Hawkins, 53% for UConn. The rest of the team shooting 34% from the field. Can Danny Hurley maintain his composure for these last 3 minutes and 30 seconds left? Craig says can't get sped up. You're hoping we get sped up, aren't you, Craig? Exactly. St. John's cannot get sped up. They have to play poised and confidently. They can't look to put the ball right down when they catch it. Caravan makes his first free throw. 73-61, 3 minutes and 28 seconds left. Makes both of them. 73-62. UConn will press full court now. St. John's gets into Posh. Curbelo, Wusu. Up the sideline to Pinzone. Pinzone takes a 1-dribble pull-up 3. Pinzone, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Jesus Christ. That's exactly what UConn wants to see. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Wow. UConn's got it now, down 11 with the basketball. Turnover. Wusu gets it. Gotta go finish. Yourself. Wusu up ahead, finishes it. And 1. Great job. Now, Coach Anderson, pull Pinzone over and talk to him. What kind of shot was that? It's one thing when he's taking quick shots in the second half early on. It's another thing when you got a 13-point lead and you're taking a 1-dribble pull-up 3 with 3 minutes left. I mean, good God. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. Wusu with another finish. St. John's at the line, looking to finish off an A&1. Wusu's done a good job finishing tonight. Has played a good game overall. 75-62 at the line. A chance to make this a 14-point game. Come on, Wu. 3 for 3 today. 4 for 4. Big time free throw. 76-62. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left. UConn's basketball. No foul, St. John's. Play good defense. Wusu, Gordon, Hawkins. Here comes the screen. Got to help him out. Soriano now help out on the help. Good. Caravan, no space. Good. Hawkins, no space. Good. Good fight, Wu. Go get it. Go finish it yourself. Oh, no. That. I thought it could have been an offensive foul by Wusu. I think he definitely got hacked before that happened. But the half-court official came running and, that's not a foul there. Man, Wusu gets no respect in the rim, in the paint. Forced shot by UConn, turnaround 3, a turnaround jumper in the paint, rebound by UConn. Wusu's got it. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left. St. John's ball up 14. Soriano up top. No space, no reason to rush. Go help him out. Posh has it now, 15 on the shot clock. Ball screen. Posh looks to isolate. Come on, Posh, get rid of it. Call timeout, Mike. Good pass by Soriano on the backdoor cut by Posh. Layup. Good D by Wusu. UConn is all out of sorts. UConn forgot how to be tough. Yeah, they have, man. They have. St. John's has absolutely out-toughed them tonight. Absolutely out-toughed them. Good pass by Soriano. I still think, we've been too hesitant to call a timeout. Hawkins drives, finishes on the other side of the rim. Good finish. What are we rushing for? 78-64. St. John's up 14. UConn calls their last timeout. They'll have to make up this 14-point deficit without any timeouts left. St. John's, take care of the basketball, take good shots, make your free throws. This is a game you have wrapped up. 78-64. 78-64. St. John's in position to get a great road win to help put themselves in the right direction and start moving up the Big East standings. 78-64. Ryan says, come on, guys. Yes, Ryan. Come on, guys. Do this one for Ryan. It's his birthday. It's his freaking birthday. Can we wrap this up for Ryan? Can we give him a nice gift on his 24th birthday? Oh, the fans, an early exit for those UConn fans. What do you got? Someone else better to do? Pathetic. Pathetic. 2 minutes left, and the fans are emptying. Love to see it. Love to see it. Couple of shiny heads in that St. John's huddle. I know the feeling. 78-64. You can see the looks of despair on these UConn fans. Oh man, poor guys. You only have a top 10 team. Oh man. What we wouldn't do to trade places. You love to see the early exit. You do. You do, Cole. You really fucking do. And it's been great. Posh now dribbles up against pressure. UConn trying to foul. Finally, they do. Posh will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And here comes the free throws. All right. He'll be shooting double bonus the rest of the way. You got to make them pay. Knock down your free throws, and this is a game you have won. Posh goes to the line. He's done well from the free throw line so far tonight. Posh is 5 for 5 going into these two. See if he continues there. Posh is first, up and in. 79-64. Posh had a pretty good overall game so far tonight. You got 6 guys in double figures. So a very balanced scoring night. Soriano, another double-double, 15 points, 13 rebounds. He's been huge on the boards late. Posh makes both of them. That's what you need your junior leader point guard to do in a situation like that. Go to the line, knock down both. 80-64. UConn drives. Decent look from 3. Hits it. 80-67. Don't rush. Be strong with the basketball. St. John's has it. UConn not fouling. St. John's gets it up across the half-court line. Good. Finds Posh. Now make him foul you. Curbello's got it. Make him come foul you. Soriano middle of the paint. Good. Make him foul you. Good. Soriano will go to the line for 2 free throws. 80-67. Minute and 15 seconds left. We got Stormwatch back in the green room. Stormwatch, you trying to get on here? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who you are. I can't see your face. St. John's has 6 guys in double figures. Curbello's got 10. Pinzone's got 12. Posh has 13. Wusu's got 12. Store's got 14. Soriano's got 15. A collective effort scoring-wise from St. John's. I think the added shooting looks from Pinzone and Store have opened up some stuff for back cuts and driving lanes. I think that's played a big role in our offensive ability here. I also think those 2 guys have worked much harder on the defensive end, helping out on the boards. Still got to shore up some things. UConn's got it now. Hawkins gets doubled. Sonogo pump fakes, drives, finds UConn on the perimeter, hits another 3. 82-70. All right, so 12-point lead. St. John's inbounds it. Curbello gets fouled. They'll go to the line for 2. 57 seconds left and 12-point lead. 56.9 left, 82 to 70. St. John's with a chance to push this up to 14 points and a chance to get out of Stores with a nice win, a really nice win. And don't let St. John's fans talk it down and say, well, yeah, UConn's been struggling lately. This is a really freaking good team. A really freaking good team, and they've got hopes of getting to a Final Four, expectations of going far in the tournament, and St. John's outplayed them for a large part of this game. And if they do what they need to do, they'll walk out of here with a big win. Curbelo misses the first, rims out, 82-70, 57 seconds left. We got a UConn Huskies fan in the green room wants to get on here. You really want to talk right now, dude? Sonogo looks pissed about something. What happened? Technical foul on Sonogo. I'm not listening, but I'd love to know what happened there. UConn has been perplexed this whole game. Pat, who's the player of the game? Man, it really was a collective effort. This is a game I'll probably watch back, one to enjoy. I think you can't go wrong giving it to Soriano. He was consistent in the second half, huge on the boards, and did a great job defending in the middle of the paint. And I think everybody else, those double figures guys, had stretches where they were huge. I mean, you can't discredit Store's impact offensively. Pinzone to start the second half, his impact offensively. Wusu made some huge plays, helping on the boards defensively and finishing at the rim. But St. John's really used a collective effort tonight, and it was good to see. Obviously, good to see. And St. John's misses a couple more free throws. 83-70, 50 seconds left. Hawkins facing Pinzone, one-on-one. Caravan gets blocked by Wusu. Nice defense. Don't force it. Here comes St. John's. They can ice this. Awesome freaking job. How about it? How about it, folks? St. John's gets a win on the road. Thank God I switched up my betting scheme today, Cole. I put some money on the good guys, and it paid off well. Freaking awesome to see. Good effort all around by everybody that came into the game. Stanley didn't get in the second half, but hopefully he understands the meaning of this win. And there's your exclamation point. Bounce pass by Curbelo to Soriano underneath, where he flushes it for a big dunk to end the game. 85-70, 15 seconds left. St. John's thoroughly outplays UConn for a huge road win. Freaking awesome way to start this Sunday. Curbelo fouls Hawkins there with 10 seconds left. They'll shoot 2 free throws. Awesome way to start your Sunday. Hopefully this carries over to the Giants game. Big winner. Congrats. Yes, Cole. Thank you. Ryan's booing UConn. I like it, Ryan. Happy birthday, kid. St. John's, 85-70, 10 seconds left. Awesome job. Awesome win. Let's see if this can carry over. What we said earlier, momentum is a weird thing in basketball, and you never really know what's going to flip the switch. But once it is flipped, it's hard to stop playing. It's hard to stop a team playing well with momentum, and right now we've got momentum. UConn will be back. Yeah, they will be back. Well, welcome back to the Garden. And hopefully, remember, Mike Anderson is now 2-1 on the road against UConn. Did we get called for a technical foul? I mean, wake the hell up, St. John's. Just walk away with a win. I mean, grow up. Who got called for the technical? Was it Curbelo? 85-72. UConn at the line. And we can never make it easy, huh? Happy birthday, Ryan. Glad the Johnnies can give you a nice present. Yes, a very nice present. 85-73. Good game by St. John's. Yes, Silencer. Thank you very much. It's a very good team you guys have. 85-74. St. John's just has to inbound it, and they come away with a win. Get it across half court. There it is. St. John's picks up a huge win. They move to 13-6 overall, 3-5 in the Big East. UConn falls to 15-4 overall, and they get their 4th loss of the Big East, their first one at home. Huge win by St. John's. I mean, you can't say enough. Ability by all the players to make an impact. Store in stores has a big game. Wusu, kind of an unconventional game for him. Most of his stuff at the rim, played well overall defensively, made some big plays in the paint. And Soriano was Soriano. Awesome to see. Really awesome to see. Let's see if we can carry this momentum into a road game. I'm sorry, a home game versus Villanova next Friday at the Garden. Chance to get to 4-5 against a team that's really struggling. A Villanova team who, you know, has been up and down, and right now they're in the midst of another little rut. So, you know, pay them back for the beating they gave you on their home court. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I do appreciate you guys joining in. I know I enjoy doing this. Hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. St. John's heading in the right direction, gets a big win on the road, double digits against UConn. Hopefully continue to carry this forward. I'm going to get off in a couple minutes. If anyone wants to jump on and talk about the game, let me know before I do that. If not, thanks again, guys. I do appreciate it. Highlights of Pinzone making these plays in the paint. Y'all should be top 25 soon. Well, it's going to take a couple more wins for that to happen. But, you know, momentum's the first part in that. And we've got momentum going in our direction all of a sudden. Thanks again, Pat. Looking forward to our next hangout. Absolutely, Cole. You're welcome. Thanks for jumping on. You always bring a lot of good stuff. Anytime you want to come talk, you let me know. If you want to come on a pod after the game, you let me know too. We can work that out. St. John's gets another win, 2 in a row, third straight game playing well. They've got Villanova next Friday. I won't be able to go live for that game, unfortunately. I've got my own game to be at, but I will watch that one after the fact. Let's take a look at the box score, and then we'll get out of here. Soriano, 19 points, 13 rebounds, 7 for 10 from the field. Just another all-around beautiful game by him. Only 2 fouls, only 1 turnover. Store, 14 points, 4 rebounds. It's a career high. And he did have a few. He got that one where they called an offensive rebound because he blocked out, boxed out, fought for it, got himself 2 free throws. Big 14 points from him and a good overall contribution. Wusu, 12 points, 4 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. An all-around great game by him. 4 for 4 from the line, 4 for 8 from the field. Posh, 3 for 6 from the field, 14 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 turnovers. That's too much. Usu had 3 turnovers. That's too much. Curbelo, 10 points, 2 assists, no turnovers. Did have 5 personal fouls. Did take a couple unforced bad shots, I thought, but played pretty good defense. And those 10 points matter. You know, he had a couple nice finishes that do help in the grand scheme of things. Pinzone, 12 points. 4 for 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from the from the 3-point line, 3 for 6 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds from him. Some good defensive effort. Had a nice close to a steal. Ended up forcing, UConn to inbound it in from 90 feet again with 15 seconds on the shot clock. So not a useless play there, but a really good defensive effort that almost led to 2 points. Good game overall by him. Good game by a lot of guys. Again, 6 guys in double figures, led again by Soriano with a huge double-double against perhaps the best front court in college basketball. I mean, that's goes without saying, a great performance by him. And without him, we'd be lost for most part throughout the season. So great effort by St. John's. Thanks to all you guys for listening. Please subscribe to the podcast. Please listen into the episodes, the rapid reaction episodes. Like, subscribe, follow, rate, review, all that jazz. For Anthony Mason Jr., this has been Pat Kane, Redstone Rapid Reaction Podcast. Peace.